Well, it's raining again. Yeah, so I'm going to do some inside work. This is this grain bin that I'm trying to get set up. We're cleaning out the crap along the edge of the wall. In the grain bin we had a leak in the big bin, but this one here, as you can see, is still on its side. There's some cracking down there that has to be repaired, but I can do that from the outside when it gets set up, so it's no big deal. Of course, I have to cover all these holes and that thing there. They mangled up pretty good, and I'm just going to get a piece of steel and put over the top of that. But anyway, they're going to set this thing up hopefully this week. They closed our road down. Yeah, they closed our road down to repave it, so that kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Now yesterday, well, I need a new auger to put corn into that bin because I've only got, you know, 2 augers. I got that big old 61 footer, 62 footer over there, and my 35 footer that I fill the dryer with. But I didn't have an auger to fill that tank with, and that tank is 32 feet tall, so I need at least, you know, 34 feet to the top of that thing. So a neighbor that we have over here, he's out of the grain business. As a matter of fact, he died a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I guess. Anyways, he died a couple years back, and this auger is brand new. It's a PTO drive, which is fine because I don't have one that's PTO drive. It's an 8-inch by 51 feet. Yeah, as you can see, they told me it was only ran for 3 hours, and I kind of believe it because the paint is still on the flighting. So that was a plus. I gave them a few $1,000s for this thing because, well, I didn't have to run to Lancaster County to pick one up and tear it down or put it on a big truck or, you know, whatever I had to do. I just hooked it up to pickup truck and drug it home the 1.5 miles or 2 miles that it was. Now, the other thing that I'm doing, this is kind of a compressed video, I'm doing all sorts of stuff, is this wagon. Now, last year I made a video on this wagon as to how it was breaking apart. And it's breaking apart. You can see the cracks up in there. And this piece here, I put a new piece of channel iron down the side there, welded that in just to brace up that part, and that has stopped it from breaking apart. But I'm not happy with the way that it's holding, you know, I'm not happy with the way that it is. I was going to replace it with one of those 2 boxes there, but the topper that I built for this box is too big. Too big in lengthwise, not widthwise. So I would have to build a whole new topper, which I don't really have time for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a piece of flat iron up to this piece here. I braced in between here, as you can see, just to hold these pieces here, these runners together. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to chop this piece completely out, and I'm going to weld a new piece of channel iron in between there and square it up, and then I'm going to run 2 braces up to here and here to hold that together, plus another brace here. I'll probably just completely cut that one out and add a piece of channel iron into that so that it's strong. I don't think there's anything wrong with the front of the wagon. Maybe a little fatigue there. Yeah, a little fatigue there. So I'll just come along and spruce it up with the welder. You know, I'll grind it out. Actually, it's not. It's just maybe a little bit of cracking there. Nothing big. I mean, yeah, there's a little crack there. No big deal. But I'll just, you know, grind it off real nice and put a bead of weld across there and make it strong again. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm at the back of the wagon here. You can see I chopped some stuff out of it and added a new piece. Put a nice chunk of angle iron in there, or not angle, but channel iron. And there's the old pieces that I cut out. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep welding stuff in here and show you my progress. I put a flat plate of steel there, and somebody's trying to call me. Okay, so anyways, the phone call's over. Anyways, I cut this piece of steel here, and if you see that big old goober weld, this skid is bent really pretty bad. I welded that channel iron on there last year, and yes, I know I got some crap last year because I did not do a very good job of welding this. I just got it together so that I could get through the year with it. As I said in the other video, I was going to just throw this box away, but I changed my mind. But anyways, I've got a really thick, heavy half-inch chunk of steel here that I've got welded up on there, and I'm going to get, I got another piece of channel iron around here someplace. There it is. I'm going to take that other piece of channel iron and I'm going to put it there and brace it up to this, and that should take the load pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have any problems from there on out. Yeah, did some more welding in here. Of course, that's a real nasty looking weld because I didn't clean it. It's really hard to get a grinder in there, so I tried burning it out with a torch and it just didn't do a good enough job. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put that channel iron up in there and give her a shot with the welder. Okay, I'm thinking that looks a little better. Yeah, I haven't welded it yet. I just got it in place, and I'll just go right on around there and there and there, and I'm going to weld a little bit up in this crack. I got to weld it on the ends, but that plate is so thick, there's no need for me to really weld the whole thing solid up against there because the weight should be just right straight down onto it. It'd be all right. So anyway. Anyway, as you can see, it welds really nice when the steel is clean. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish welding that up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, I went home for lunch and now I'm back. Yeah, I got it welded up here. You can see that, oh come on, focus man. I got that half-inch plate in there and I welded up in here. I had to fill in quite a gap because it was broken underneath there, so those welds aren't exactly pretty. These welds are though, they look pretty nice. Yeah, so everything's welded all the way around. Of course I welded up in there, I showed you that. What else did I do? I'm thinking, I have a couple pieces of that channel iron left. I was thinking of making a brace that goes from here to here, so if it does decide to buckle again, or try to go over that way, which I don't think it will, but yeah, I can just brace it maybe. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.